It's summertime, and that means that college football preview magazines hit the shelves. And with that man's face on the cover, who wouldn't buy this one? Our Big 12 edition is out, and we feature Red Raiders, Sooners, and Longhorns. Hello, Doug Chapman here. It's time to take a look at our college football preview, and along with me is Oklahoma insider Chris Plank. Now, Chris, let's talk about a program that can make some noise this year. Who do you think is a program on the rise?
Well, of course, I want to pick my Oklahoma Sooners, but since they're preseason favorites, let's go ahead and go with Texas Tech. I really love what Cliff Kingsbury has done. 1 year in, this was a team that started out 7-0 last year. Yeah, they hit the skids and lost 5 straight games, but they won their bowl game, and their biggest games are at home, Oklahoma and Texas in that neutral site game against Baylor. I really think Texas Tech is a team to keep an eye on that could make a run this year in the Big 12, Doug.
And now, Chris, it's never too early to talk Heisman hopefuls, and the Big 12 has got a handful of them. Who are some guys you think have a chance at the trophy?
Well, come on, let's start with number 9, Trevor Knight. After his redshirt freshman season last year, Trevor showed the ability to make big-time plays. We saw it for Oklahoma, not only in the Sugar Bowl. I was there in Manhattan when he might have had his best game against Kansas State. The key for Trevor Knight, he's got to stay healthy, and Oklahoma has some guys they're replacing on the offensive line. But if it's not Trevor Knight you're looking at, hey, I mentioned Texas Tech, why not Davis Webb? And Malcolm Brown is a bull for the Texas Longhorns. I think the Big 12 could have 2 or 3 Heisman candidates once we get to the midpoint of the season.
Well, the weather's heating up, and so is the chair of some coaches around college football. Are there any coaches in the Big 12 who could be on the hot seat?
Well, and again, this is a league that has a couple of new coaches, and I know this is so unfair, but let's put one of those new coaches on the hot seat. Doug, it's Texas. You got to win right away. Charlie Strong wasn't a popular choice. I think you put Charlie Strong on the hot seat, unfortunately, from day one. He's got to win. He's got to win quick. He's got to turn that program around. Hot seat, Texas, Charlie Strong, no question.
Yeah, he's got a lot of pressure on him. But last year, Oklahoma had the best defense in the Big 12, but there's one unit you have a concern about.
Yeah, I have a concern about their secondary, maybe specifically the play of their cornerback. Zach Sanchez was a surprise contributor last year as a redshirt freshman, and you graduated Aaron Colvin, who was still a first 4-round pick in the draft despite a torn ACL at the Senior Bowl. They've got a huge hole to fill at cornerback and at one of their starting safety positions. They'll need a youngster like Stan Von Taylor or Stephen Parker. Keep an eye on Stephen Parker to step up to really help that cornerback, that safety position. That secondary is key for OU and has to improve this year.
Yeah, there's big expectations in Norman, especially after that Sugar Bowl victory over Alabama. Chris, thank you very, very much for joining us.
Thank you, Doug.
What do a 6'9" center and a Hawk have in common? Our own Jordan Cornette talks to the Hawk, and the Hawk talks back. Check out that interview here on CampusInsiders.com.